Listen to my homeboy Gotti.
To know him personally like that, you know what I'm saying? But that's knowing how he is, just knowing how he was back in the day. People change too now, but knowing how he was, he see everything. Cause he look at this internet like this is his turf. You know, he's like the leader of a gang. You know what I'm saying? And like this is his territory. You feel me? And I'm claiming his gang, whether I'm in it or not. So like, if I did something that made him uncomfortable, you know, he got a direct line where he can hit me up whenever he wants. You know what I'm saying? Or I can hit him up whenever I want. I mean, he not finna be my best friend, but at the same time, like he accepted my friend request, and if I ever needed some advice or anything, like I could text him. You know, he gonna respond. It ain't no beef. He know I look up to him and all that stuff, but he know I'm a zesty weirdo too. You know, so I mean, he's gonna keep that a distance. But I just want to make that clear that, like, you know, uh, ain't nobody threat nobody, man. I'm not like, uh, I don't want to hurt that dude. But at the same time, like, hey, look, what's up? Why you mad? But look, at the same time, though, while we talking about 7-8, I quote 7-8 like he's Martin Luther King too. So make sure y'all subscribe to 78 Sports TV. He's a great man. You know, he do a lot of good work in the boxing community. He's always like somehow connected with like all of the biggest fighters. You know, like good. He was best friends. He was good friends with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was on top. He was good friends with Deontay Wilder. They like best butt buddies. You know what I'm saying? I don't even watch when they talking to each other. Cause they just be kissing each other ass. And I ain't even talking about him kissing his ass. They talking about Deontay Wilder be kissing his ass. Like I was like, man, this shit gay. But that's dope as hell, like to have a heavyweight champion that's so successful to be like, you know, that friendly with you. So I mean, I respect it. I'm just saying I don't watch no interviews. But look, hey, but speaking of 7-8,
Me.
I quote 7-8 like he's Martin Luther King because he's bigger than Martin Luther King than me. You know, like the impact that like 7-8 had on the boxing world. You know what I'm saying? Like
We got
I don't know, man. I think it's arguable. We can like compare the two. But
right.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know how many millionaires like Martin Luther King had in the circle. I know like how many 7-8 even
I
had like
got sides,
he did an
sauces
interview
I
with
can
Errol
put on
Spence
here.
too. You know what I'm saying? With Errol Spence was like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
I have a dream, 78 Sports TV. But, hey, 7-8 is bigger than Martin Luther King. You know, Martin Luther King, like, wasn't rich. Y'all do know that, right? I mean, he was popular. I don't know, bro. I don't want to, like, I mean, everybody got with Martin Luther King Day, so you got that. People that never even knew, like, his struggle, but wasn't, like, Martin Luther King, like, tricking with, like, white hoes and shit, you know what I'm saying? And got smoked because of it, you know, like, because he was lacking. He got backdoored, you know, because he couldn't stay away from white women. White people don't like that, especially back in them days. I don't know, I'm just saying, bro, you stand up for black people, you know, black this, black that, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know, you can't stay away from these white women, and now you done got your head blown off by a white boy that wasn't really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't really got no smut on 78 Sports TV. So you can say whatever you want to say, but like we can't really like. He got caught lacking, bro. He probably was in a hotel with one of those white girls, bro. He probably got backdoor. You know, hey, go out there. Hey, go out there and see if like my beer is on the balcony. Can you go on the balcony and get my cigarettes? I think I left them out there. Okay, yes, sir. I'll be right back.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It be like that, bro. You don't think I have like people try to backdoor me before? You know what I tell them when I start feeling it? Hold up. But speaking of 7 days, first, you gonna have to put this
I
later,
think
like
they,
post it. Whatever y'all want to do, the haters and stalkers.
I think they played me, man.
But
I'm missing a
listen,
shoe,
bro. Where's my shorts at, man? Let's search the LDBC hashtag.
but it's okay.
Y'all make sure. Uh, what the hell, bro?
No, I'm not at work.
Oh man, dude, this dude, Shelton LDBC or nothing. I'm gonna have to unblock that dude, bro. Damn, where them fucking shorts at, bro? We can't lose momentum. If I keep looking for it, then like, if we gonna lose. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. What's going on, bro? All right, y'all. We got it. I found it. Now look, what's going on with 78 Sports TV, bro? Look at this. Look. Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty. You see the date on it? September the 9th, 2025. September the 25. Look at him. I missed that 7-8 actually. Now, that's him, September. It's only 4 months later now. Now look at this. 78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty. LDBC. Y'all smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bells. December the 30th. That's only 3 months later, bro. Look at it. Please share the video. All right, y'all. So, man, what the hell? What the fuck, bro? This is all from his page too. Look. This ain't no fake page. 97 subscribers, 7,000 subscribers. That ain't no fake page, and this ain't no fake page either. Look, boom, click on it. 97,000 subscribers. Man, what's going on, bro? Man, what's going on, bro? And I'm not even saying, like, I know, like, he got some health problems and shit, but, like, it's gotta be serious, bro. That's a hell of a lot of weight to lose, like, in a short period of time. You know, like, 7-8 is fighting for his life right now, man. You know, we got to keep 7-8 in our prayers. But, you know, like, props to him. He don't drink no more. He don't smoke weed no more. You know, he work out every day. You know, so, like, I'm not trying to, insinuate that he's on something. I'm trying to insinuate that, like, that is a drastic change, bro. You know what I'm saying? That, from that, man. Damn. Hello, Nick. Why you gotta disrespect me like that, bro? I'm not disrespecting you. Why you gotta disrespect me? Why you disrespecting me, bro? On the internet, at that. You know, I'm over here showing concern, you know, for a fellow YouTuber who I look up to, appreciate, and respect. And here come like some stranger calling me a ninja. You know? Like, what's up with this, bro? You like breathing? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm relapsing on alcohol right now for a reason. You feel me? And, I'm trying not to crash out. I had 105 days sober. And, I don't agree with a lot of things, a lot of stuff. But you know what? You'll never catch me with less than like $500. You know what I'm saying? And I'll come to you. Like, you know, like, don't step in front of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't walk in front of no bullets, bro. That ain't for military police that can find you. I have another black friend who just lost like, said like 13,000 cash in my box on Kick that knows how to find you. And I got another really evil friend that I don't talk to no more because like he got threatening towards me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't appreciate that can find you. So like, come on man, like, be nice to people, bro. You know how many things that done happen to people just because they didn't think that it would happen to them? I'm gonna disrespect this person. I'm gonna, disrespect that person. I'm gonna be sarcastic with this person. I'm gonna play with this person. You know how many people that got fucked up because they didn't think that they could get fucked up? It's been a lot. I ain't gonna crash out. I'm venting on the internet. I'm doing what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I feel like I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I had 105 days sober. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was doing good. Yeah, I've been off of drugs for a long time, with the exception of weed. But yeah, I'm not doing no drugs. And I'm not hurting nobody. But I felt like, dude, like life is getting to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really getting angry. I'm bothered by a lot of stuff. I'm starting to not give a, you know what I'm saying? And it's getting to the point where it's dangerous, where I'm like trying to arm myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's not good. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like what I would do, like if this happened, and like, you know what I'm saying, I do this, and like how I would do that, and I'm gonna be here when I do that, but then I'm gonna have somebody else do this, like, like man, I don't want to be like that, bro. So I just figure, like I'll go get me some alcohol, calm my nerves. I can jump back on the wagon tomorrow, and everything will be good, fine and dandy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I didn't like came after his real like slim. You know. So most of the time I just be venting. I'm just like on the internet talking. You feel me? But like, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, people like to play with the animals. Like on the other side of the glass. You feel me? But what if that animal know how to like get on the other side of that glass? It's just like they just chose not to do it yet. You know what I'm saying? Then it ain't fun no more. Now it's like call the police. Now it's like I need to move. You know? Now it's my life in danger. Now it's I'm scared. Hey, there's always that guy, bro, that's been warning y'all for years. You know what I'm saying? He's been warning everybody for years. And everybody just say like, man, he's all talk, this man, he ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't trying to hear what he's talking about. F that ninja, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about other people's problems, but I'm happy. with myself and things that I've accomplished. Now that I sit back and look at it. I think life is really about choices. But when you're in a peaceful place in life where you can control yourself, at this point, I really understand how I'm living. Yeah. I can see the different directions. And I mean, when I think about like, oh shit, I say that when I think about mistakes that I made in the past. Good and bad. It's about choices. I wasn't ready for a lot of things that came so fast. I really wasn't. I miss being in relationships when it comes to that aspect of thinking about them. It was all that. And then all of that. It was too much danger. God, giving him a condom. She ready. She had the condom there. And when you know, look, you pull the panties off. Oh man, this ain't no porn. This is just a regular show on Bravo. But all the small things. You know what I didn't like about being with certain women? They don't really be in a relationship with you. They be in a relationship just to tell other people. Hey, mama, their sisters, their coworkers. They say a man shouldn't kiss and tell, but women do it all the time. Tomorrow's clean up day for me, and watching football as I come home. I have boxing content I need to look at. I'm a boxing fan. Hip hop news, you know. I detached myself from black media, but I did listen to Jason Black's entire show, The Black Authority and the Business, or The Business and the Black Authority. It's two different channels. You talk about the same thing over and over. But he was talking about today, about that ICE situation over there in, I think it's Minnesota, where the lady got killed and the white girls are stepping up. These white women are stepping up for the foreigners like they used to step up for black folks. And how white men don't like white women. Um, you know, that's been a real crazy dynamic throughout entire the entire white Anglo-Saxon life. They love everybody else but the white woman. They really don't like their own kind of woman. With them big backbones. Are the ones that's disturbing the peace. Or to put yourself out there on the front lines to be a protester or an advocate, you might be just a worker at work. And when you get off work, you go on the weekends and go ape shit with ICE. And you want to crash out. That's how strongly you feel about it. I haven't really been watching that stuff, like deeply watching it how I used to. Like I would have it on a news channel and just be really into it. I'm up here thinking like the best thing I can do for myself as I get older is pay attention to my life. I'm really like, a lot of my downtime that I'm resting, I could be doing more, but I'm not trying to die to get to a certain level. I'm pacing myself because I don't want to have another stroke, a heat stroke, passing out. And honestly, when I had all that money in the bank and vehicles and stuff, good credit, good living situation, good job, my own business, active, I really wasn't feeling no different than I feel now. It didn't do nothing for me. I felt like I was just competing against something that I guess I was told that makes me successful. Well, you got your own business, and I'm running after what other people say is success. Wow. Let's pour this in. I may have got traumatized because I went over to that young lady's house who begged me to come over her house. And she set me up. And that's the one I had a child by. Because I didn't have no kids. I passed out. And I didn't bring my car over there with me. And that never happened to me before. Me passing out like that never happened to me before. I was home minding my own business. Drinking cold beer, listening to music. And she kept telling me to come over her house. Mind you, I already went over there one time. And I kind of disrespected her. She came and ran on my lap when I was over her house. Then I told her, her, I'm gonna be real with you. I told her body, down there had a smell to it. But I ain't tell her like I'm being nice right now. Just think, okay, I'm just gonna let y'all know, okay? Go take a shower. And then when she went and took a shower, I left. I stopped associating with her. I didn't know how devastating that was to her ego. I kept, it was a Friday, I believe, and I kept thinking I was like, she kept calling me. I already had a couple girls come over to my place that were friends that day. One of them I had met in the mall. She was a massage therapist. And I was, you know, being a little player. And I had another girl that came over later after the massage therapist left. And we were just kicking it. And she left. So I was already full of wanting company and just kicking it, you know. But yeah, I was already drinking, and I mean, I'm just gonna get to the point. She, I buy you anything. You could leave your car there, I come pick you up. Woody woo woo, boxing come on tomorrow. Football, I mean tonight. Football come. Well, it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, it was like a weekend like that. So I was over there Friday night, Saturday, and the fight came on. And she was cooking everything. She had bought everything, so I didn't have nowhere to go. I was drinking everything I wanted. And she didn't lie. Everything she got. So when the fight came on, about the third round, I just noticed I felt weird as hell. It never happens. So I almost like passed out. She came running and rushing and grabbed me and helped escort me to the bedroom where she laid me down and turned the fan on. So you lay right there and things gonna be okay. Man, it felt like I slept forever. All I can remember, the last thing I can remember, her turning on the fan. I turned around and looked up in the sky. The freaking water, the heat was coming out the bathroom. And she closed the door when there. I guess she took a shower. I was, I went blank. I didn't even get to finish watching the fight. That was Friday. No, that was Saturday. Sunday morning when I woke up, I was feeling extremely drowsy. And I looked, and she was basically on top of me. And I'm not gonna go into no more details about it, but I was like, what happened? You know, I was like, man. I don't like to revisit thoughts like that. I really truly believe I experienced date rape. We sat there and watched the Cowboys football game. The neighbor next door to me was cooking out on the grill. Well, that was her neighbor. And he was cooking them type of sausages called brisket or something like that. Or meat. I don't know what it's called. And she kept going back and forth, trying to get this dude to come over there so me and him can bond, you know. I'm drinking beer, he's drinking beer. He's jumping up and down, but you could hear his big screen TV and all that through his wall. He's going back and forth downstairs, and he keeps coming over, asking her, taste this, taste that. He wants to come in and talk with me, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna let him in. He always comes over here, he's my neighbor. He's cool, y'all get along well. I said, I'm not interested. I want to go home, really. This is before I was in the Uber like I am now. I used to drive my own vehicle. I don't fuck with Uber for. But yeah, so when he came in, I didn't even say nothing to him. He just offered me food, and I put mustard on. I ate a little bit, and he was trying to talk to me and watch the game with me. I didn't want to. So he went back to his apartment. I asked her, what happened? She acted all funny and silly and shit. I said, when are you taking me home? Somebody should take me home after the game. And to make a long story short, it all developed into, like, like I said, she told me she was pregnant. And I'm thinking, you know, she was already pregnant before I got with her. She had a little weight on her. But yeah, that's basically what happened with that. So for y'all that know, y'all know. I don't care. But I feel like I was violating. I had many experiences way before her. And none of that transpired. Me and Tanya was together in college for 6 years, and we never had a child. Me and Dania was together for 4 years, and we never had a child. Ever read alone? I got all kinds of girlfriends that I was a Kamala. All types. I remember all their names, so I don't, you know, that shit right there could have been anybody's child, bro. I don't take it out on the kid. I don't disrespect her. The entire time I was on child support, I was cash apping her money. So basically, I was paying child support. It came out automatically. And I had a cash app that I was sending her money in this document until she was about, I'll say 16, and I cut it off. I cut it off at 16. I basically felt like at that time when she was 16, she called me and talked to me because we were talking, me and my daughter, but she go back and tell her mother everything. I kept telling her to stop doing it because every time I talked to her, she'd get on the phone and talk to me. I mean, her mama get on the phone and talk to me, telling me, you never wanted. It was that black, angry craziness. I was like, man, I ain't gonna live my whole, but give it 16 years. I was talking to my daughter, and my child's mother kept calling every time after I talked to my daughter, but she wasn't physically in my life, and I had visitation rights. So every weekend, she was supposed to be with me following the order. Only 2 weeks did that ever happen out of the entire time. I'm not mad about it. I didn't want no children. So basically, where I'm at with it is like, okay, 16, 17, 18. 2 years, I guess. She's been recently called me since child support stopped, and now she wants to meet me because she's 18 years old, and she has the right to do what she want to. But I told her I'm not really interested for the level that you can communicate with me. But I don't enjoy stressful conversations and the bicker back and forth and to go through emotional highs and lows. Intimacy of like personal space and figuring out all that drama and needing drama and you ain't gonna talk me to fucking death. I don't do drugs at all. I'm probably as boring as you can get now. And I remember all of it. I rap about it, but I don't do none of that shit. Getting high, getting drunk. Only time I get high and drunk, if you will, is when I was in relationships. Because women do that. They be acting like they was goody two shoe with the Bible and everything. Be at home, smoking and drinking their ass off. On the down low, they bunch of junkies. And just because they don't do the same amount as men don't mean they ain't a junkie. Some of them do pills, some of them do caffeine, some of them do cocaine, whatever. Weed, edibles, whatever they can do that makes them feel good. But me, I'm sober. Like I said, the only time I slur is when I'm like, heat. Like I need to keep. I don't drink. I need to hydrate myself and keep the flowing of my system. My cardiovascular system needs to be. But I keep forgetting. That's how I pass the fuck out. That's how I pass the fuck out. Oh shit! It's tomorrow. Football. Oh, we will be watching that. Okay, Chargers versus the Patriots. So everybody got a story to tell. I hope I empower y'all with my life and my situations. But that happens to women all the time. That's what the whole P. Diddy trial is about. The abuse is one thing. I think that was a part of his life where he lashed out in relationships. Women do it all the time. They smack the shit out of you. There's literally women out here that beat their men up. Not just anybody. Little women will smack the shit out of a big football player type, and he ain't gonna hit him back. I'm just saying, y'all already know about this thing called life. It's tough. But I promise you, the entire time I've been single, the entire time I've been handling my business, I have had no interaction with no authorities. I've had no problems in my life except white supremacy. White people do not like black people. Foreigners are the gatekeepers as well as dark skinned people. Them big back, black, dark skinned people with glasses, with them big buck eyes, male and female, linebacker looking ones, are gatekeepers. As people who would do anything for people outside their race. And they're chosen ones to do that, to be snitches on their own people, to play them, and go back and tell on them, to stand in the way, utilize the smart ones, take all the information from you and act as though they, I know how it works, act as though they know everything when, when you're helping them. And I do it, I don't give a fuck. I'm not mad because I know somebody's might be my boss or my supervisor or manager or whatever. They ain't smart as me, but I make them feel like they are because I don't care. I make anybody better when I'm around them. I'm not trying to do something that's evil. I can see through people. I'm not just talking to be talking. I can really see through people. I'm spiritual. I can see your soul. I can feel your vibe. I know your untrustworthiness. I float through this thing called life. And that's not just being like egotistical, self-centered. I'm not shut in a shelter. I read the books y'all read. I understand what social dynamics are. I didn't go to college and graduate from college with a degree in psychology for nothing. It's a credit university. They teach the same thing they teach at all the universities. Division one. I've been doing social work, psychology, mental health, being an advocate for over 35 years, dealing with social dynamics of any age, from adolescents to juveniles to grown adults. I first started working at mental health with mental health and mental retardation adult unit at Norfolk State University in Virginia, and the historically only last hospital that's currently not in, that's been destroyed, I believe is. I haven't been to the campus in so long. Well, I can Google it, but I don't think it's, as a matter of fact, I know it's not there no more. But that was where I started at, but that's not where I did my intern or my thesis to do my intern and all that. But it was like part time, I started working on the mental health adult unit there. Then I became full time. My first day going down doing the intake, I carried a dead body of a white woman who recently died. One of the order, one of the transporters. And they had a morgue there. After I did an intake with a mental health person, I brought him upstairs, and he asked me to help him. So it was it was a shocker right then and there. Boom. But I don't have to tell you all this story. It's facts, man. This shit, I'm used to it. I've been working as a liaison or utilizing law enforcement all the way up to the DOJ, all the way down to, like I keep telling you, the marshals for the penitentiaries, state troopers in all cities. Ever since I've been here, 50-mile radius, I've been in damn near every fucking building you damn near can imagine here in Texas. From warehouse to hospitals, you name it. Our supervisor at damn near every job I went to. And that's not bragging. So when you hear about me talking to y'all, y'all could be filled up with all the information you want, thinking I'm loud capping. I got paperwork, my my license, my credentials, my time, my GPS location, my IP address on my phone. The companies I work for, their name is listed in Austin, Texas, where my paperwork is at. This ain't no bullshit. Ever since I touched down from Homeland Security that brought me over here through a Southwest Airlines off after Hurricane Katrina, Homeland Security flew me over here for free. I got off the plane and the cameras for I forgot what news channel, had the microphone in front of my face, and I did like a story about what happened in Louisiana. And then I went to live on the floor right there in the Reunion Arena that's no longer there. And I started my journey from that day forward. I was a marked guy. And they've been following me ever since. I've been back. Every time I go get a rental car or I get an airplane flight, U.S. Marshal is right there watching. It makes contact with me. Am I lying? Fuck, bro, I wish I was. I wish I was lying. I can't even go to the airport without them pulling me over and bringing me in a room and searching me and talking to me. I can't go out and drive my car each day. Well, I did have a vehicle without law enforcement of some kind, some way, tagging along behind me or meeting me at a checkpoint and making their presence felt. I don't know what I did, who I am, who is associated with me, how I got tagged. Mind you, I got 32 to 35 brothers and sisters adopted. So maybe one of them names got mixed up and they put me on a BOLO or POI. I don't know what it is, but that's not me. You got the wrong person. But I've dealt with it. They can do an investigation. And I always say I plead the fifth. I always say, you know, I need a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? The First through the 14th Amendment. Anything I say can and will be used against. No, it won't be used against me, and it can't be used against me in a court of law. Because I'm not a criminal. I have no criminal background. I've done nothing to nobody. Nothing. Except trying to keep people away from me. That's it. I think I talked enough for y'all. I'm not a criminal. I don't need to. When you're educated, why do you need to be doing crime? I don't know. Some people still do. I think that's all about what white Anglo-Saxon America is all about, white supremacy. They not criminals and they do crimes all the time. So let me take that back. They greedy. They savages. They demons. They represent devil mentality. And they raised me. I went to Union Elementary in Ohio. One of them. I was raised by nuns at the children's village. When I was a child, I got hit by a car, popped me up in the air. A white woman was driving down the street, and she hit me in the air. And if it wasn't for me flying up in the air and hitting a fence that broke my flight, I hit the ground gingerly, and the ambulance came so quick, I would have been dead. She showed up at the hospital. It wasn't her fault. I was 4 years old. And the person, I'm going to tell you what happened real quick. I was 4 years old. My mama never loved me. What she did was she was a incoherent, alcohol. I was alcohol. I forgot fetal syndrome. I suffered from that because she was drinking while she was pregnant and doing drugs. She had me in a car, threw me away. They took me to the fire department, and my next kid came and got me. So I lived with her for a little while. One day I was out in the car, I think I was about 4 years old. I was messing with the gear shift, and the car ran into the car in front of it. I was kept pressing on the gas, and it ran in front of the car in front of it. So she took me and started beating me. I started fighting back. So she walked me to the store, and and she said, "Look out there." And she said, "Go ahead and go now." And she let my hand go, and boom, that's when that white woman hit me. And I remember that. That's what's so crazy. That's how that shit happened. It wasn't really that white woman's fault. That girl tried to kill me. So when she showed up to the hospital, they let her take me because she was a social worker going back to Ohio. I don't know how to get the paperwork. The only thing I never tell when I tell that story is what state it was in. And I know what state it was in because I went back to do my adoption, look for my parents. I went back and got on the radio, went to churches, talked to everybody in the community, utilized my first original birth name because I had all that paperwork. Everywhere you go as an adopted child, they send a case record with you. I had the whole of mine because when I was adopted finally at 13, they gave that to my adopted father, so I was able to go through his records in his files and look at mine. As well as he had files for everybody else. When you're a foster child, they have it like that. So I was blessed to have my own original birth certificate and all that stuff. It did say I had a twin, But I don't know if that was an error or not. It said twin. They had an X where it says twin. It had my mother and father's real name on it too. So it's not like I'm blind about that, but some things you just don't talk about and I keep dormant. A lot of things in life like that, we all compartmentalize. We got a lot of things we selectively talk about and we don't speak about. You don't have to tell everybody everything. I'm just sharing with y'all. I'm not from no foreign planet. I've competed with the best of the best. And they sit there and just be in awe. Because I can dumb you down at any time and hide. This ain't shit. It's life we live teach you that survival skills. White boys do that shit all the time, try to fake like they cool. All these races of people have been doing that all the time. That's what they call code switching, which Kamala Harris is real good at, right in front of our eyes. It's crazy. Y'all accept that shit, don't you? Nobody ever really wanted her as president or vice president. Every one of these leaders, I'm rambling, every one of these black leaders they put in position to rise up always ends up in jail or mismanaging the funds or does something criminal trying to be like the white folks and they end up fucking up and end up in jail. All of them. You can't manage right. That little salary that you have to do. I mean, there's so much stuff you have to do. You need money. A little paycheck that they get, it may seem like a lot of money, but it's not. They can't go places they want to go, so they have to dip it into the budget. And then they get into a habit of like, I'm going to pay it back, but they never do. Don't start nothing you're not going to be able to stop. And across the board, look at all the politicians end up in jail, black ones. They all kind of like been groomed, courted, sought off after from when they was real young to get to the position that they're in. I'm the trap god, the rap god, KOD, testimonies. I've been blessed, man. I look back on my life, I've been fucking blessed. Shit, I've been blessed. I've been a millionaire. I've been 100,000 there. I've been around the 1%. I was born in the 70s as a freeman. I lived in communities where it's royal, suburban, inner cities, ghettos. I've been to Africa. You know what I mean? I've been to Cayman Islands. I've been all over the United States, physically, except for the plain areas in New England and all that, West Virginia. I mean, I can tell y'all this shit over and over. People are people, who they are. It's their representative, but you can tag them, you know. But I still get disrespected all the time. And it hurts my spirit. Because I'm callous now. I don't like being like this. I like to love and appreciate love. Look at this. That's a white boy dream right there. Two white girls going at it while he there. Everybody got sex fantasies. Is that the way of life? That's the dream right there, white boys dream. Two, and you got one trying to get in. Come on, dog. That's the flesh. I did that stuff during my 20s. 30s. It was every year it slowed down, all that stuff. So y'all got it on your mind. There's women who do that shit every day. When I was working over at NYLO in what's it called? Damn, NYLO over there in I forgot the name of the fuck. It'll come to me. Boy, them airplane stewardess get off that plane and get in that hotel room and just go savage. Y'all just don't know. On their own. Or they just, you at the bar and they ain't got nobody. Shit. Or they choose one of the flight, but a lot of the flight guys are kind of like funny, you know. Older men. I ain't gonna talk about them like that, you know, my business. But yeah, them women that are stewardess, they be on a whole nother level. There's many different occupations that's female, and they do what they want with their own bodies. So I ain't getting into that part. Tricking off is what they want.
That nigga, you know what I'm saying? He a zesty weirdo, and I don't respect him. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. And then eventually, like, you know, he crashes out, and then somebody's gonna be like on the receiving end of that. You know, that's just what it is. You know, like, don't let this be you. Hey, you know what? Like with me, hey, if somebody warned me and they telling me like, look, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, just cool out, bro. Like, I ain't really on that. I ain't trying to get on that. I'm trying to do the right thing, bro. I got my own stuff going on. I will get on that with you, but I'm not trying to get on that. You know what I'm saying? So like, stop playing with me. If somebody came at me like that, respectfully, you know, I would respect it. You know what I'm saying? I would respect it. Hi, you want to play with me today? Let's play. We still ain't talked about Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. Y'all want to argue? I'm drinking, bro. Like, drunk people love to argue.
Yeah.
Y'all want to argue? What's up? Yo, why is they? I think they got me. Do they got me shadow banned? Like these live streams is getting like fewer and fewer people. Like, or do y'all just not care about like Mexicans? Y'all don't watch me to watch Mexicans. I got a Mexican in the title, and I really started to put Boots in his face on the title. I mean, on the caption, or I mean the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to act. I'm trying to be hard, bro. You know, I'm just trying to like tell you that like not everybody that like play with me like is like somewhere safe and sound right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? You know, like some of y'all like people done play with y'all whole life. You ain't never did nothing. You know, and like you might be too scared to even like go to the police. You ain't gonna call them. You ain't gonna snitch, and then you ain't gonna retaliate. So people just play with you any kind of way that they want. You see what I'm saying? And I done had people come at me like that, like knowing that like I couldn't retaliate against them. You know, and then like they know that I'm not gonna snitch either. 7-8, like know about that. 50 Cent. 50 Cent. I don't know about all that, bro. You know.
It's real from the fake. Let's live your real life, man. Let's live your real life. You live your real dreams. Like if you ready to make it to other levels. You gotta start paying attention to what surrounds you and what matters. Um, I feel like I'm a blessing to anybody that come around me. Cause I really care about people. The world will have you cold-hearted and callous. The world will make you do things that you don't want to do. Always been a good caregiver. I love being in relationships when relationships were like healthy. Now, you feel people built different. It hits different. It hits different. It's a fight that was just happening 3 hours ago. I'm gonna watch this full fight. That's the great thing about YouTube and about life. I mean, nice cars, good food in minutes, just the internet highway, social media platforms. You know, I live to see these days. They said it was coming and it's here. Yeah, craziness. People want to crash out. Clarissa Shields is doing way too much right now. At some point, it's going to be very, very volatile. Disappointment. I hope she don't end up in jail. Because it's going to end up real ugly for Papoose, really Ma, and Clarissa Shields. Rainwater said he want to go ahead and be Finesse 2 times manager, take him away from Jay Prince, buy him out his contract. Mom caught her son sleeping with a boy. Oh my God. Oh hell no. He always got some crazy content about dysfunctional relationships. His name is Broadman TV. Too late. I mean, too spoiler, lost his damn mind. Look at him. He's sick. He's got demon in him, boy. Finesse 2 times. I would too if I was wrapped up in a contract and they wouldn't let me go. They gave Bootsy time served. They said he snitched. Bootsy snitched. Shit, that man right do what the fuck he wants to. You don't owe y'all nothing. You trying to get out. He ain't down for no street shit. The man building his house, his legacy's out there. Oh, Chris Sean got her a fighting deal and got Gervonta Davis's trainer to help her. Oh God. Boy, these boxing young bucks get used just like rappers get used. Damn. DJ Academics gonna get handled soon. One day. Yeah. Uh, Nicki Minaj sold out. Rihanna's overweight. I don't know if Rihanna and Rocky's going to make it a relationship. NBA YoungBoy, he's sleeping with everything and he's got herpes. He is still in Soldier Slim style and music and everything else. C Murder style. That's 8 days ago. I could play it, but they copyright me. Damn, back hurts. Mike Epps got personal with Shannon Sharp, talking that shit like he really wanted to fight him, but he piped it down. What? He crazy. He almost got jumped in Home Depot with some nails. Yeah, Home Depot. I used to work for them in Louisiana. I lived off Kansas Avenue, Louisiana, by Circuit City, and I could walk to my job. I worked at Home Depot for a little while, and man, I experienced a lot of shit working at Home Depot. I swear to God, I did. People be going there and they be realer than real. I mean, realer than real. A lot of thieves. Call that Black Distant Boosie. Oh, I haven't listened to a full album in a long time. But that album, Blue, I listened to when I went to sleep this afternoon. Y'all gotta check that out. That dude could really sing. He stole money from, that was Boosie's artist. And while he was in jail, he stole millions of dollars because became famous, and Boosie had his contract rights and he had the percentage of it coming to him, and they never gave him his money. So he been trying to take him to court. He really want to whip his ass one on one and take his money. He gave some of it to him, but he owes him $1 million or more. Yeah, they all too much. Academics, you doing too much, bro. Yeah, but I ain't trying to hold y'all, man. Oh man, Dame Dash responds to Jim Jones calling him a worker. Yeah, everybody gonna really beat Jimmy's ass. I think I think between them two old men, which we all are now, I think Dame Dash will beat the shit out of Jimmy unless Jimmy get a hold of him. Cause Jimmy work out, but Jimmy don't know how to fight. I seen Jimmy fight. He ain't good, but he work out, and he ain't got no stamina. He gets emotional or scared. How much of this? Let's see what's up.
Telling them how you brought it to me. This is how you brought this shit to me. You came to me and you said keep this shit up under your hat. Don't say nothing about it. But Junior tried to get you.
got your pub deal. Guns told me, but keep it up under your hat. I kept it under my hat, but I couldn't for too long, bro. I'm a man, bro, and I'm hurting. And I'm fucked up. You think I'm just finna keep some shit up under my head and I can't feed my family, nigga? No, it's time for that shit to come to surface. So I brought that shit to surface. But I told you as a man first, I told you. I said, bro, when it's time to stand on business, be ready. Because I can't let no nigga get away with it. It's my livelihood. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying my tripping, check. Tell me my wrong, check. I need y'all to tell me my tripping. Tell me my appreciate the gift. I appreciate the gift. I appreciate the gift, baby. Appreciate it, the real big mother. Y'all go follow Suge, man. Y'all go follow Suge on Twitch. Suge will be on Twitch tomorrow. Get that big old boot out.
Anyways, I ain't gonna stay up on here no that much longer, dude. I promise y'all it's too much. You know, Honeycomb Breezy, that's his foe. Tasha K talking about Christian Rock becomes a registered boxer and the money.
Can this company use your house to trial their radically simple new window technology? They're looking for homeowners.
Christian Rock. Not y'all on my social media, because somebody putting out misinformation, talking about, oh, I only talk about bad things when it comes to celebrities and things like that. Why you ain't talk about Christian Rock? I said we had a chance to, ain't been live. What was my first live show, Jasmine, of the year? Wednesday, she just signed the damn deal yesterday. Can you give me time to pull up?
Yeah,
But anyway, congratulations to Christian. On her new deal. So apparently she is a registered boxer now. I think this is what her calling is. It's finally making sense. I think this is positive. Now she'll be able to make some money without blue. It's the vibe. It's the vibe. It's the vibe. I'm happy for her. Don't we got a little video on this? Check out, y'all. Check out. Now, I'm about to get a little messy though. I wouldn't be talking to if I did. Now, I saw Clarissa congratulate Krishan on her new deal. Because Clarissa just signed a fake $8 million fight deal that Papoose can't pay because he owed the IRS.
you
So
see?
I don't know where they're going to get that $8 million. So I'm just saying, I saw Clarissa thank her, which is very sisterly. But I have a feeling that it's not going to last long. This niceness from Clarissa. I ain't got a picture up because this ain't her moment. This is Krishan's moment. Now, I have a strong feeling in my recollection, in my spirit of all spirits,
They're gonna
that
fight each
Krishan
other.
is about to dominate in boxing.
Yep.
Big time. Because she's a street fighter. She could go either way. She could go women's boxing, UFC. I know she signed to rubber boxing, but she could go either way. She can street fight. She can do UFC boxing because she fights without, gloves and stuff like that, and she knows how to tussle and all that stuff. And then she can box. So she could go either way. I had a feeling that Clarissa is finna get a little jealous when she sees Krishan taking on these fights, because you know that they're going to give Krishan the fights the same way they give Jake and Logan Paul fights that they do not deserve, in my opinion. It's all about popularity now. It's not about skill. We watched what Anthony Joshua did to Jake Paul. It was about damn time they had a real fight, and Anthony Joshua took his time whooping his ass. Matter of fact, he let him whoop his own.
Oh shit.
I said, why is he torturing this man? Like, this is put this man out of his misery. I saw it.
That's cold.
But I really think that this is what's going to happen with Rashawn. They're going to put a lot of money behind her because of what she already built. And this is going to be a multi-million-dollar empire if she plays her cards right and she has a good team. And Clarissa, it don't matter how great of a boxer you are. If the people don't like you, they're not going to want to watch you. For some reason, they like her. She gets away with things that dark-skinned women can't get away with. Excuse me for being just a tad bit colorist in this situation. I'm just saying, it's her and a few others, okay? They can do things on social media. They can drink with their babies, smoke with their babies in the stomach. You know what I'm saying? Do all sorts of things while they pregnant, have as many kids as they want. And listen, CPS can come take them, they can go to jail, and they are still loved by the public. Oh, she's so cute. She's so pretty. She don't mean it like that. She's so innocent. She innocent. Let her be. It's just Krishan. Y'all pray for her. Child, ain't nobody pray for that little baby that was in her stomach. Ain't nobody pray, sit not one damn prayer. Y'all sat there and cheered that girl on. But here's the thing. That was a pass. She done changed her life. If she plays her cards right, I do know that Blueface is a boxer too, but if she plays her cards right, this could really be lucrative. And I got a feeling the same way Taseki followed in her footsteps to come and try to take over her sister's brand, Taseki gonna get in it too when she sees that Krishan is making millions of dollars doing it. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. And then Clarissa, after sitting online, calling out Zeus Spider saying, I got 100,000 for anybody that'll fight me in the street, but you gotta win. Ain't nobody finna win against you. Hell, you could beat your man ass. Can't nobody win against you, Clarissa.
Man, I'm doing too much. I can't steal this woman's content. Y'all can go down here and get Tasha K, she Miss Sue, and this shit is fire though. She right. I've been said it. I knew it. But I'm not taking credit for it. But yeah, here it is. Here it is. When they say they groom you and prime you and nurture you and direct you, oh yeah. And she got Javante Davis's trainer. She gonna go ahead and beat the shit out of a non-knockout Clarissa Shields. She ain't got no power. She don't know how to turn her punches over. Once this girl get a taste of getting that belt, she's already got to touch it and feel it. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Let's see. There they go. Together. She was already out there working out with Ryan Garcia. He wanted to get with her. She got that tattoo removed off her face. See, she really a pretty girl. She really is a pretty girl before she got her tooth knocked out or the fake one. She was loyal to him. But when a man is doing too much, he don't care about the women around him. He'll pick anybody. And they all be beautiful. Women beautiful anyways. It's just that when you ain't ready to keep up with that bullshit. You pick one, all the rest is for everybody else. It's the amount of years you want to spend with that one to drive you crazy. There's a lot of happy relationships out here, don't get it twisted. But within the black community, it's like dysfunctional shit that's behind closed doors. It does surface up though. They normally talk about afterwards how volatile it was. Sometimes after you've been doing stuff so long, you get used to it. Did they ever do something? Let's see.
It's like, girl, I got. What?
What kind of question is that?
So it was a girl?
I'm trying to relate to bro.
Why are you relating?
I told you I'd take self-defense classes.
Bro, what are you relating for?
I told you I'd take self-defense.
How you been weird? What you been weird for?
I'm trying to relate to bro on
Don't
a lower
relate.
level. I'm trying to relate to bro on a
Wait.
Hey, what level?
You say lower level.
lower.
Hey, he twins.
Higher.
He twins.
Alright, you're not. She's not my bad, bro.
It's like, girl, I got. What?
Would you say she's your soulmate?
Hell no. No. She's a fucking cellmate. That's what she is. We locked the fuck up.
Would you say she's your soulmate?
All right, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. This is drama
She's a fucking
on a whole nother
cellmate.
level. I love you. I appreciate y'all. Go ahead and
Would you say she's
subscribe
your
and like.
Hell
I appreciate y'all sharing time with me.
no. She's a
Separate the
fucking
real from the
cellmate.
fake. You heard me?